Hello, Swatantra TV viewers. I am Mahima, welcoming you to our English bulletin with latest news, updates, and analysis. Congress leader Rahul Gandhi on Thursday said renowned figures like Martin Luther King, Nelson Mandela, and Albert Einstein drew inspiration from Mahatma Gandhi. He made these remarks during a political gathering in Odisha's Balasore district, responding to Prime Minister Narendra Modi's assertion that the world only learned of Mahatma Gandhi through the film Gandhi. Rahul Gandhi criticized those affiliated with the RSS, suggesting their lack of understanding regarding Gandhi's legacy. Whose training is done in Sakha of RSS, they are followers of Godse, they do not know anything about Gandhiji. They do not know about the history of Hindustan, truth and violence. This is expected that the PM will tell that the world does not know anything about Gandhiji, he said. Leaguing that Prime Minister Narendra Modi has turned Jawans into Mazdoor through the Agniveer scheme, Congress leader Rahul Gandhi on Thursday said the BJP insulted the people of Odisha after one of its leaders recently claimed that Lord Jagannath is a devotee of Modi. He promised that India bloc, after it came to power, would scrap the Agniveer scheme. The PM has turned Jawans into Mazdoors. India bloc will turn Jawans to soldiers again, Gandhi told reporters on the sidelines of the public meeting here. He said all Jawans will get pension, canteen facilities and the dignity of Shaheed in case of their death. Alleging that the BJD works in partnership with the BJP, Gandhi said he has been fighting against the Saffron Party for which the centre has filed 24 defamation and criminal cases.
उड़ीसा में बीजेपी है और बीजेडी है, ये दोनों मिली हुई पार्टियां हैं, ये दोनों एक जैसी हैं, इनकी यहां पे पार्टनरशिप है, पान वाली पार्टनरशिप है उड़ीसा में। सोच एक ही है। मैं आपसे सवाल पूछना चाहता हूं, मैं बीजेपी के खिलाफ लड़ता हूं, मेरे खिलाफ बीजेपी ने 24 केस किए हैं, डिफेमेशन के केस, क्रिमिनल केस, 2 साल की जेल करवा दी, मेरी लोकसभा की सदस्यता ले गए, 50 घंटे मेरा ईडी ने इन्वेस्टिगेशन किया, इंटेरोगेशन किया, मेरा घर उठा के ले गए। जब ये मेरा घर ले गए, मैंने इनको चाबी दी और इनसे कहा, ये जो तुम्हारा घर है, सरकारी घर है, मुझे नहीं चाहिए। मेरे हिंदुस्तान में करोड़ों घर हैं, उड़ीसा के जनता के दिल में मेरा घर है, बाकी देश, बाकी प्रदेशों के लोगों के दिल में मेरा घर है। तुम्हारा घर नहीं चाहिए, ले लो, उठा के ले लो।
Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge on Thursday expressed confidence that the India bloc will secure a clear majority in the Lok Sabha polls and give the country an inclusive and nationalistic government. People have endorsed the view that it will be the end of democracy if the BJP government gets another chance, Kharge said while addressing a press conference at the AICC headquarters here on the last of campaigning for the 7th and final phase of the Lok Sabha polls. According to the Congress chief, Prime Minister Narendra Modi spoke about Mandir Masjid and divisive issues 421 times during the poll campaign despite the Election Commission's direction of no appeal for votes on caste and religion. He also said Modi in his speeches in the last 15 days took the Congress name 232 times and his own name 758 times. He didn't talk about unemployment even once, Kharge claimed. The India bloc will form government with a clear majority and will give the country an inclusive, nationalistic government, he said. He is confident that people will give a mandate for an alternative government on 4th June. Kharge also took a swipe at the Prime Minister over his comments in an interview that global awareness about Mahatma Gandhi came after Richard Attenborough's film, saying he may not have studied about Gandhi but the Mahatma is known the world over.
भाजपा का कैंपेन देखेंगे और प्रधानमंत्री जी की बात करेंगे तो उन्होंने पिछले 15 दिन में 15 दिन के भाषण अगर आप उठा के देखेंगे तो मैं 15 दिन के अंदर ही वो मेरे को कितने गालियां दिए, मेरे पार्टी को, दूसरों को कितना बोले, अपने लिए क्या बोले। मैं थोड़ा आपको सैंपल बताता हूं। 15 दिन के भाषण में 232 बार कांग्रेस का नाम लिया, 758 बार मोदी शब्द का प्रयोग किया गया। खुद करे सो, हम बोले सो नहीं, खुद ही उन्होंने अपने भाषण में ये शब्द इतने बार अपने नाम उन्होंने लिया। 573 बार इंडिया गठबंधन और विपक्षी पार्टियों को, जिससे पता चलता है, विपक्षी पार्टियों की बात की एक बार भी महंगाई और बेरोजगार बात नहीं की। यानी दूसरे चीजें उन्होंने बोली, मोदी का नाम हुआ, हमारा हुआ, गठबंधन का हुआ, लेकिन बेरोजगारी के बारे में एक शब्द भी अपने भाषण में उन्होंने नहीं बोला।
Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Thursday attacked the Congress for ranting about the constitution when it was the one that strangled it during the emergency and not care about it when 6 were killed in the 1984 riots. 6 were killed after putting burning tires around them. At that time, they did not care about the constitution, Modi said in his last poll rally at Hoshiarpur in Punjab in the 7th-phase election. At the rally in favour of his party's Hoshiarpur candidate Anita Som Prakash and Anandpur Sahib nominee Subhash Sharma here, the Prime Minister also touched upon the issues of reservation, corruption and the Ram Temple. Hitting back at the Congress for its charge that the BJP would scrap the constitution if voted to power, Modi said, "Nowadays people of the country are hearing rants from India Alliance about the constitution. These are the same people who strangled constitution during emergency." He also charged that the intentions of the Congress and India Alliance over the issue of reservation are dangerous. Congress and India Alliance are enraged over my efforts. Their intentions on reservation are dangerous. Their complete track record has been to snatch reservation of scheduled castes, scheduled tribes and other backward classes, he said, adding he has always protected the reservation for them.
चीन को क्लीन चिट देकर भारत की फौज का आए दिन अपमान करते रहते हैं। कांग्रेस और इंडी गठबंधन ने हमारी सेनाओं को कमजोर करने में कोई कसर बाकी नहीं छोड़ी थी। याद कीजिए, देश आजाद हुआ तब से जीप घोटाला हो, बोफोर्स घोटाला हो, सबमरीन घोटाला हो, आर्मी के लिए ट्रक घोटाला हो, इन लोगों ने हर मौके पर देश की सेना की जरूरतों की चिंता नहीं की, देश की सेना की शक्ति की चिंता नहीं की। इन्होंने लूटने की योजनाएं बनाई, चोरी करने की योजनाएं बनाई, भ्रष्टाचार करके देश के खजाने को खाली करने की योजना बनाई है।
In a scathing attack on Prime Minister Narendra Modi, former Prime Minister Manmohan Singh on Thursday accused him of lowering the dignity of public discourse and the gravity of the office of the PM by giving hateful speeches during the poll campaign. In an appeal to voters of Punjab ahead of the 7th phase of Lok Sabha polls on 1st June, Singh asserted that only the Congress can ensure growth-oriented progressive future where democracy and constitution will be safeguarded. The senior Congress leader also hit out at the BJP government for imposing an ill-conceived Agniveer scheme on the armed forces. The BJP thinks that the value of patriotism, bravery and service is only 4 years. This shows their fake nationalism, he said in a letter to voters of Punjab. No Prime Minister in the past has uttered such hateful, unparliamentary and coarse terms meant to target either a specific section of the society or the opposition. He has also attributed some false statements to him. He has never in my life singled out one community from the other. That is the sole copyright of the BJP, the former Prime Minister said. Prime Minister Narendra Modi began his 45-hour-long meditation at Vivekananda Rock Memorial here on Thursday evening, following completion of his 2 months-long high-pitch poll campaign across the country. After arriving from nearby Thiruvananthapuram by a helicopter, Modi worshipped at the Bhagavathi Amman temple and reached the Rock Memorial by a ferry service and started meditation that is scheduled to go on till 1st June. Clad in a dhoti and a white shawl, Modi prayed at the temple and circumambulated the Garbhagriha. Priests performed a special arti and he was given temple prasad that included a shawl and a framed photograph of the presiding deity of the temple. Later, he reached the Rock Memorial by a ferry service operated by the state government Shipping Corporation and began his meditation at the Dhyan Mandapam. Before he embarked on the Dhyan exercise, for a while, Modi stood on the stairs leading to the Mandapam that offers breathtaking views of the sea that surrounds the memorial from all sides. All arrangements, including heavy security, are in place for Modi's 45-hour stay at the famed memorial named after the revered Hindu saint. This is the first time the Prime Minister will be staying at the memorial, a monument built in tribute to Swami Vivekananda, who meditated over the rocks inside the sea towards the end of 1892. BRS in Telangana on Thursday said it would hold protests against the Congress government's alleged move to remove Charminar and the Kakatiya arch from the state emblem. BRS Working President K.T. Rama Rao, who visited Charminar here along with other party leaders, said Charminar is the identity of Hyderabad. Earlier, K.T. Rama Rao and party leaders visited Charminar. Speaking to reporters, Rama Rao alleged that the Congress government does not want former Chief Minister K. Chandrasekhar Rao to get a good name for the BRS government's performance during the last 10 years. He also accused the Congress government of trying to belittle the progress achieved during the tenure of BRS. He demanded that the Congress government withdraw its alleged attempt to remove the Charminar and also the arch of the Kakatiya dynasty of Warangal from the state emblem. The proposed agitation by the BRS came in the wake of the state government's move to make a new state emblem reflecting the struggles and sacrifices of Telangana and also a new state song. BRS leader Rupees Praveen Kumar opposed popular music director M.M. Keeravani of Oscar-winning Natu Natu fame composing music for the state song, Jaya Jaya Hai Telangana, penned by poet Ande Sri Kumar took exception to the authority of Keeravani, who is a native of neighbouring Andhra Pradesh.
हैदराबाद जो है तेलंगाना की शान है और हैदराबाद जो तेलंगाना की शान है उसकी पहचान चारमीनार है। ना सिर्फ हिंदुस्तान में बल्कि पूरे दुनिया में चारमीनार और हैदराबाद दोनों एक दूसरे के साथ ऐसे जुड़े हुए हैं जिनको कोई अलग नहीं कर सकता। आज तेलंगाना की जो लोगो है ऑफिशियल लोगो, उसमें से चारमीनार हटाने की और काकतिया आर्च हटाने की जो कोशिश हुकूमत कर रही है, तेलंगाना की कांग्रेस की हुकूमत, इसको हम पूरी तरह से इसकी मुखालिफत करते हैं और मैं डिमांड करता हूं इस हुकूमत की और खास यहाँ के चीफ मिनिस्टर रेवंत रेड्डी से, क्या जरूरत आई थी, क्या आपको इतना इमीडिएट अर्जेंसी क्या था इसको हटाने की? ये कतई मंजूर नहीं है और तेलंगाना की जनता और तेलंगाना की आवाम इसका पूरी तरह से विरोध करती है और मैं रिक्वेस्ट करना चाहता हूं गवर्नमेंट ऑफ तेलंगाना को कि आप विड्रॉ कर लें।
7 people were killed and 25 injured after a bus carrying pilgrims skidded off the road and rolled down into a gorge in Jammu district on Thursday, officials said. The accident took place at the Tangli Mora in the Chowki Chora belt of the district, they said, adding that the bus rolled around 150 feet down into the gorge. 7 people were killed and 25 injured, the officials said. The vehicle was carrying pilgrims from the Kurukshetra area of Haryana to the Shiv Khori area in Jammu and Kashmir's Reisi district, they added. Earlier, the officials had said the accident had taken place in Rajouri district. A rescue operation involving police and locals has been launched and the injured have been shifted to the Aknoor Hospital and Government Medical College Hospital in Jammu, the officials said.
अब बिल्कुल जसबिन हम इस समय स्पॉट पर ही मौजूद हैं और ये यूपी नंबर जो गाड़ी है ये शिवखोड़ी की तरफ जा रही है। पीछे उनको रास्ता दो भाई, उनको रास्ता दो।
Spurred by Cyclone Rimal, the southwest monsoon set in over the Kerala coast and parts of the northeast on Thursday, a day earlier than forecast by the Weather Office. Weather scientists said the cyclone, which ripped through West Bengal and Bangladesh on Sunday, had pulled the monsoonal flow to the Bay of Bengal, which could be one of the reasons for early onset over the northeast. Southwest monsoon has set in over Kerala and advanced into most parts of northeast India today, the 30th May 2024, the India Meteorological Department said. On 15th May, the Weather Office had announced the onset of monsoon over Kerala by 31st May. Kerala has been receiving heavy rains for the past few days, resulting in a surplus May rainfall, the Weather Office data showed. The normal monsoon onset date for Kerala is 1st June and for Arunachal Pradesh, Tripura, Nagaland, Meghalaya, Mizoram, Manipur and Assam is 5th June. The IMD declares onset of monsoon over Kerala if any time after 10th May over 14 stations there in neighbouring areas receive 2.5 millimeters or more rainfall for 2 consecutive days, the outgoing long-wave radiation is low and the direction of the winds is southwesterly. El Nino conditions are prevailing at present and La Nina may set in by August to September, scientists said. El Nino, the periodic warming of surface waters in the central Pacific Ocean, is associated with weaker monsoon winds and drier conditions in India. La Nina, the antithesis of El Nino, leads to plentiful rainfall during the monsoon season. Falling for the fifth day in a row, benchmark equity indices Sensex and Nifty tumbled nearly 1% each on Thursday due to heavy sell-off in metal, consumer durables and select IT shares amid the monthly expiry of derivatives contracts. The 30-share BSE Sensex plunged by 617.30 points or 0.83% to settle at 73,885.60. The barometer hit the day's low of 73,668.73 due to selling in blue chips. In the 5 days of fall, the barometer tanked 1532 points or 2%. The index has been on a downtrend since 23 May when it closed at its lifetime high level. The NSE Nifty dropped by 216.05 points or 0.95% to close at 22,488.65. The index has lost 479 points in the 5 sessions to Thursday. Analysts said investors remained cautious ahead of the 2024 general election results, which are set to be announced next week. The electioneering halted on Thursday ahead of the last phase of polls to be held on 1st June. The results will be declared on 4th June. From the Sensex pack, Tata Steel, Titan, Tech Mahindra, Wipro, Bajaj Finserv, Bajaj Finance, Nestle India, Tata Motors and JSW Steel were the biggest laggards. ICICI Bank, Axis Bank, HDFC Bank, State Bank of India and Kotak Mahindra Bank were the gainers. Sensex and the NSE Nifty have experienced their fifth consecutive session of losses, resulting in investors losing nearly 10 lakh rupees crore in market wealth. Foreign institutional investors offloaded equities worth 5,841.84 crore rupees on Wednesday. Gold prices declined 350 rupees to 72,850 rupees per 10 grams, while silver prices retreated from record highs in the national capital amid weak trends in the global markets on Thursday. According to HDFC Securities, silver prices tumbled 1,100 rupees to 96,000 rupees per kg. It had closed at 97,100 rupees per kg on Wednesday. Meanwhile, gold prices fell 350 rupees to 72,850 rupees per 10 grams. In the previous session, it had settled at 73,200 rupees per 10 grams. Gold declined on Thursday as investors assessed the recent hawkish comments from Fed officials on U.S. interest rates. Aggressive remarks have dampened expectations for a potential Fed pivot. The recovery in U.S. Treasury yields, which reached a 4-week high in the previous session, also had a negative impact on precious metals prices. In the international markets, spot gold at COMEX was trading at US $2,339 per ounce, down $13 from the previous close. In addition, silver also traded lower at US $31.65 per ounce. Thank you for watching Swatantra TV English Bulletin. For a complete and comprehensive English news bulletin, please do watch Swatantra TV every day. This is Mahima, signing off. Keep watching Swatantra TV.